Hi, VencoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Thursday, February 12th. Well, an Arctic air mass arrives today, and this will begin the stretch of weather that will be quite amazing, really, from Friday through about Wednesday or so of next week. We'll probably experience just about everything that winter has to offer in this part of the country for this time of the year, from bitter cold to accumulating snow, perhaps even some accumulating ice along the way. We have a couple different Arctic outbreaks. One arrives later today with some snow shower activity, perhaps a heavier snow squall or two. Friday will be very cold and windy with sub-zero wind chills. Then another Arctic blast arrives late Saturday night. That should be accompanied by some accumulating snow. And then Sunday promises to be the coldest day of the year so far, with just brutal temperatures, painfully cold temperatures struggling to reach the teens, and dangerously cold wind chills way below zero at times on Sunday. And the winds will be gusting to 40, perhaps 50 miles per hour or so late Saturday night and for much of Sunday. That poses the possibility of some scattered power outages. The last thing in the world we would need on Sunday, scattered power outages, but that is on the table here, cannot be ruled out. Then we'll have to deal with brutal cold to start the week. Next week, early Monday morning, could be near zero in parts of the I-95 corridor. And then a major storm is in the offering, a major winter storm for Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. That could produce significant accumulating snow, perhaps followed by significant accumulating ice, and then even plain rain cannot be ruled out. Too early to call on that system, but it looks like a major winter storm Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So the period from tomorrow through next Wednesday will be quite amazing indeed. Let's start off by looking at the latest surface map. And here's the surface front associated with this initial Arctic blast. A tremendously cold and strong high-pressure system over the northern plains. Screaming north winds already this morning over the Great Lakes region. A little bit of a reinforcing front right here. Snow showers will break out during the midday up and down the I-95 corridor. They'll be scattered, but there also can be a heavier snow burst or two involved with this during the midday and afternoon hours. Any heavier snow burst can produce a quick coating to an inch and some slick spots. Winds will pick up as the day progresses, and then temperatures tonight will plunge, and tomorrow will be a very, very cold day with very low wind chill values, sub-zero at times. We'll have some strong winds out of the north and northwest as this high pressure moves on in. But all of this will be followed by yet another Arctic outbreak over the weekend, and we'll talk about that over the next few minutes. Well, here's the latest radar loop from the Penn State EWAL site. This has precipitation type by color. All the whites here and blues represent snowfall. All this in the form of snow. There can be a little bit of rain mixed in with the snow showers right at the onset in the D.C. metro region over the next few hours during the midday, but for the most part, this will be a snow shower event. Again, scattered, but because there's some pretty potent upper level support, we'll see in a moment, at 500 millibar level, there can be some snow squalls developing during the midday and afternoon hours, any one of which could produce a heavier burst of snow along the I-95 corridor, which in turn would produce a quick coating to perhaps an inch or so. Again, watch out for that during the midday and afternoon hours. Well, let's talk a little bit more about today's event. Again, this is the first of two Arctic invasions coming over the next few days. This is the upper air pattern right now, early today, early Thursday, and I just wanted to point out a very potent system here in the upper part of the atmosphere. This is a 500 millibar 12-hour forecast from last night's 0Z GFS model run. So again, the upper level pattern as we see it right now, and this just swings right on through the mid-Atlantic region. Let's jump ahead 12 hours. And here it is. This is the forecast map for this evening. So in a 12-hour period, this upper level energy just swings right through the regions, beginning right here, right now, early Thursday, to this position by later this evening. And with that kind of upper level support, there certainly can be the formation of some heavier bursts of snow, some snow squall activity anywhere in D.C. metro region, Philly, and New York City metro regions during the midday and afternoon hours. So we'll watch out for that. Any heavier snow burst can produce a quick coating to an inch and some slick spots on the roadways. Well, let's now jump to the weekend. This is the Saturday morning forecast map from last night's Zero-Z GFS model run. We have a second Arctic outbreak coming over the next few days. Saturday morning, low pressure situated over the upper part of the Great Lakes, a pretty healthy clipper system. We'll look at the upper air energy associated with this, potent indeed. And this drops to the south and east. Dry to begin the day on Saturday here in the I-95 corridor in terms of snowfall. Very cold, another very cold Arctic high in southern Canada to begin the weekend here early Saturday morning. Let's now jump ahead to the Saturday evening forecast map. Well, here we go. Saturday evening, that low pressure area moves to the northeastern part of the country. Another Arctic front moves in, and this one has a little bit more potential in terms of snow accumulation for the I-95 corridor, especially New York City, north and east to New England. Looks like could be a coating to a couple of inches in D.C., maybe 1 to 3 inch range in Philly, 2 to perhaps 4 or 5 inches in New York City as this thing swings on through late Saturday and Saturday night. Notice already on the heels, on the backside of this, between the high and the low, a very strong pressure gradient setting up here later Saturday. That'll be translated to the East Coast by Sunday, and we could have some potential damaging wind gusts on Sunday. Let's now jump ahead another 12 hours. And here's the forecast map for Sunday morning. By this time, that clipper system really intensifies rapidly. Once it reaches the warmer waters, and there is some above normal Western Atlantic Ocean waters right in this region here. Once that clipper system reaches the warmer waters of the Western Atlantic over the weekend, it'll intensify rapidly. That'll tighten this pressure gradient right here in this region right here, and we will have screaming winds out of the north on Sunday, perhaps gusting up to 45 or 50 miles per hour or so. That'll produce some dangerously cold wind chill values well below zero. Temperatures will struggle to reach the teens on Sunday, the coldest day of the year, and this cold will extend all the way from Maine down to Florida. Can be, again, some snow cover by this time with a couple of inches possible in and around the I-95 corridor, perhaps even a little bit more than that in New York City, and then New England could get substantial snowfall on Sunday morning. So again, a brutally cold day on Sunday, and then attention will turn to a lot of moisture, not showing up on the maps yet, but there'll be a lot of moisture showing up here in the southern U.S. early next week, headed right towards that cold air mass reaching the Mid-Atlantic region in the Tuesday, Wednesday time frame of next week. That's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.